Hi, I'm Kendra with Where's the Moon Astrology, and today I am talking about the moon in Libra. So I want to make a quick distinction first between the sun's energy and the moon's energy. Essentially, the sun is displaying the qualities of the sign very loudly and proudly. The sun is the ego, so that it's going to be expressed a little more egotistically. These are going to be the traits that the person is proud of. The moon, however, is a much more subtle energy. It's going to speak to your knee-jerk emotional reactions. It's going to speak to who you really are on a deep psychological level. So to speak briefly about the sun in Libra, for instance, it's kind of like the sun will be expressing the most annoying traits of the sign that it's in. So the sun in Libra is kind of like playing devil's advocate almost to an annoying extent, maybe complaining that things are really unfair, being really indecisive, which Moon in Libra is actually really decisive too, but it would just be a little more in your face with the um, energies of Libra. The Moon in Libra, however, the Moon in Libra is very, very concerned with relationship. That is huge to the Moon in Libra person. And I know a lot of Libra people kind of reject this idea that Libra is very, very codependent. And I don't think that they necessarily are really codependent and clingy or anything like that, but they are very, very relationship oriented. The Moon in Libra is more relationship oriented than the Sun in Libra, from what I have seen, because it's a deep emotional need for them to have others in their life. And it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, although that is very, very important to the Moon in Libra to have a romantic one on one romantic partnership. However, it could be really any relationship. It could be, friendships. Friendships are extremely important to the Moon in Libra. They really like to be staying in contact with their friends. And from what I've seen, the Moon in Libra will take great offense to their friends not returning the same kind of energy that they're putting into that relationship. So, for me, with my Moon in Sagittarius, my friendships, I love my friends, but they can be a bit more casual. I don't really expect a lot from my friends, and I don't give them what I wouldn't expect from them. So I've had experiences with Moon and Libra individuals who really expect a lot from their friendships, and it's not a bad thing, but that is something to be conscious of if you know someone with Moon and Libra, that they will have expectations of, fairness within that relationship, and that you are returning the same kind of energy that they are putting into your friendship, and definitely with romantic partnerships. It's huge for the Moon and Libra person. They really, really want to be able to trust their partner to be fair to them, and that there's always going to be this kind of equality within that relationship. The Moon in Libra, again, they really desire connection to other people. They're very, very charming people because this is like, Libra is a very charming sign, and then the moon is just what comes very, very naturally to you. So it's almost like their knee jerk emotional reactions are extremely conducive to, having this, having maintaining relationships with people. So diplomacy comes naturally to them. Fairness comes naturally to them. Finding some kind of middle ground comes very, very naturally to the Moon in Libra person. I actually have a friend who has Moon in Libra, and he's an Aquarius sun, so he tends to be a little bit abrasive with his ideas at first. He'll come on to my Facebook or something and see something that he disagrees with, and just immediately kind of launch into some kind of snarky comment about it. And then I will, reply, we'll like get into some kind of like little debate, or he'll start debating with my friends. And before long, he's like messaging me privately saying, I hope that you know that I love you even though we don't agree on everything. And just such a Moon and Libra response. Of course, I don't take offense to that. So we're definitely able to, find some kind of balance, and, understand that our friendship, it really isn't contingent on agreeing on everything, but that is just a very, very, very Moon and Libra response. They don't like conflict, and they will do whatever they can to make sure that their relationships have as little conflict as possible. And they'd really rather walk away almost from a relationship, it seems, than feel like they constantly have to battle it out with a friend or a partner. So for the Moon in Libra person to feel emotionally secure, first of all, again, very relationship, going to want to maintain um, positive relationships. So harmony within those relationships, not feeling like, they're going to have to battle things out, harmony within those relationships. Um, and also like aesthetics and beauty. Libra is ruled by Venus, which isn't just relationships, it's also, beauty, art, and, aesthetics, nature. So being out in nature, same as the moon in Taurus, being out in nature could be very appealing to the Libra moon. Finding things that they consider physically beautiful, just that Venusian influence makes them very drawn to things that are pretty. um, and things that are, aesthetically appealing. They probably really enjoy photography and things like that. Um, any kind of anything that's kind of aesthetically pleasing, anything that's like sweet and tastes good to them. Venus is very sensual as well. Sensual as well. I think Moon in Libra actually really enjoys mediation. They like being able to um, help other people balance two sides of an argument or help people make peace with each other. They really like to make peace within their own relationships as well. Almost as though there's something emotionally nurturing to the Moon in Libra about being able to understand all sides of a given situation and being able to identify with everyone that they kind of interact with. And something that they really like about seeing the other side, just feeling like whoever they're with they can kind of identify with. So it's almost like they can kind of seem a little bit two-faced because of that, but they're really just trying to identify with everyone. So if they say to one person, "Yeah, I understand what you mean," and they're like identifying with that person, they really do see where that person is coming from. But then they go to the next person that this other person might be arguing with or has a totally different perspective on life or whatever, and they can identify with that person as well. It's all about kind of like identification, learning about themselves through other people. They really do learn about themselves through their relationships, and they feel best within relationships. I've also noticed that when Libra moon feels that their relationships are, they feel like they're in a secure relationship. They feel that their relationships are benefiting them in some way, or they're very equal. The moon in Libra can kind of stabilize if they're feeling like, if before, say, they were kind of a chaotic individual, um, because they weren't in that relationship that was helping them feel kind of emotionally satisfied or whatever, and then they become part of this, really solid, beneficial relationship for the moon in Libra, they will just totally become a different person. They'll kind of zen out, and it can be easier to deal with a moon in Libra who is feeling emotionally satisfied, um, because their relationships are in a good place. I did also want to talk about the moon in Libra mother. The positive manifestation, because the moon is the mother in your birth chart, but the positive manifestation would be the moon in Libra mother as someone who always made peace within the family unit, it always felt like she could be your partner in some way and could make you feel that you're always being listened to by her, that she could understand your side of things. Um, the mother basically gives us our moon by the way that she nurtures us and the way she treats us. So she the moon Libra mother could have been someone who is very concerned with her relationship with you, maybe modeled a positive relationship between you and your father, or father figure. She was probably very charming and very sociable, very someone who is very out and about, a social butterfly kind of creature, kind of person that kind of just, you know, it seems like she's always had like a friend or someone to hang out with. She was always involving you in activities to where you could socialize as well. Um, just got you out and about. The negative manifestation of the Moon in Libra person, the Moon in Libra mother, would be somebody who maybe taught you that you should always put others before yourself, or made you compromise a lot to meet her needs, made you compromise a lot to meet others' needs, maybe taught you that you had to be extremely attentive to the needs of everyone else, even if your needs were not being met. Um, Maybe a mom who asked you to like hold on to family secrets or something because it would make her look bad or not stir things up within the family or whatever, just making you feel that your needs were last and that you always had to put others before yourself, be it for her or for the next person. It was just a lot about image and a lot about not stirring the pot with the negative Moon in Libra mother. So that's the end of my video for the Moon in Libra personality. I did want to let you guys know that I have individual planetary reports in my shop now. So Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Chiron, and the North Node, South Node, which is labeled Life Purpose. Um, I have reports for every one of those now, and they're very in-depth. They dissect that planet and their position in your chart, rulership, etc., piece by piece. So just very in-depth look at that one planet in your chart. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video and have a great day.